Hi guys, and welcome back to the kitchen. Today I'm just going to show you a really quick and simple recipe, and that's for pastry. We get asked a lot of questions about this, so I just thought we'd run through just some of the basics. So we're going to use our low protein mix today. I want to talk about ratios with fat. So to get the right pastry, what you need is 100% of the mix, 50% fat. So if you use 100 grams of the mix, you then need 50 grams of fat. So today I'm going to divide that fat into butter, which gives flavour and gives a nice colour to the pastry. But then the other one that I'm going to use is Trex. So this is a hard white fat. You find it in the fridge section by the butter. What this does is it holds the pastry together and stops it being so crumbly. So when we want to roll it out, it actually performs better than if you just use butter. I wouldn't use margarine in a pastry because it's got too much water, and again you get the same problem that it just rolls out and it just becomes too gluey. People have problems then with it drying out and then trying to put it into tins and moulds. So in the bowl we've got the low protein mix, I've got the butter, and I've also got the Trex. So all I'm going to do is just rub these in together. You can do this in a food processor. You don't want to do it with a hand whisk just because it incorporates too much air, and what we want to do is try and keep it all as short as we can do. So this is a recipe just for basic short crust pastry. If you want to do a sweet pastry, this is when you would add the sugar to this. So if I was doing a sweet pastry, I would always use icing sugar. You don't want to use granulated sugar because the granules are too big and everything will just poke out. Caster sugar is fine, but icing sugar is your best one. Again, you can flavour this pastry at this stage. So if you're doing a savoury pie or some tarts, you can add some salt and pepper. You can put some smoked paprika in there. You can do some ground cumin. You can add whatever you want to do. If you want to add some tomato puree to this, you can do as well. I would dissolve it in the water first and then add that so that turns it into kind of a nice red pastry. So if you want to do cheese tarts or cheese and tomato tarts, then you can do that. So all I'm doing then, as you can see just with the fork, I'm just incorporating all the fat into that. And again, it should look quite yellow and it should look quite crumbly and quite sand-like. They use it that it looks like wet sand, but I'm going to pick it up, or breadcrumbs. So to me that looks like breadcrumbs, so that's at the right stage. Don't overwork it. It's better if your fats are straight out of the fridge, not warm, otherwise it's more difficult then to roll out again later, and I think that's where a lot of people have the problems. So if you can make the pastry right at the beginning, when it comes to rolling out, it's really easy. So in the jug, all I've got is cold water, and then I'm just going to add a small amount at a time just to bring this to a dough. And again, add small quantities at a time because you don't want to start adding any more low protein mix to it, because that's when it becomes quite dry and again hard to roll out or quite brittle after you've baked it, and that's a lot of the comments that we get, that it is quite brittle. So I'm going to try another two, carry on working with the fork. And then I think that's going to all come together. Just with your hand you can bring that then together, get all them loose bits in together. And again, it's slightly firmer than Play-Doh, and that's what you're looking for. Pick up all of them little bits in the bottom of the bowl. So there's your basic pastry. So what you need to now do is, because we've worked that fat and we've warmed it up, what we need to do is we need to put it back into the fridge and we need to chill it before we use it. So I flatten it into a disc and then you can pop it into some bag or some cling film. As long as it's completely covered, pop it in the fridge, wait for about 20 minutes, half an hour, until it's firmed up, and then you can use it. Let me just rinse my hands. Once you've got the pastry made, it'll keep in the fridge for about a week, but you can also freeze it at that stage. So if you got some time on your hands and you think, oh, I'll make some pastry but you don't want to use it yet, you can do that and leave it in the freezer into balls, and that's what I do to make things easier. So we've got some pastry that's already done. Rolling out is difficult and people struggle with it, so I've come up with a few ideas of how to not use a rolling pin, and you can just literally take some of the pastry. This is out of the fridge. Slightly warm it up. This is a loose bottom tart shell. A little bit too much there. So with this, with your fingers, what you can do is just start manipulating that pastry and get it nice and even, and then with your fingers you can pull it up the sides of the tin. Until it reaches the top. You then get a nice even thickness of the pastry round and no rolling, so it's as easy as that. Once you've got that, what you need to do is you need to take a fork and you need to dock the bottom, because what happens with pastry is it traps the air underneath. As the air then warms up, it can then down. If you've got these little holes in, what this does is it will release the air and then the heat will set the pastry underneath. Another tip when you're baking these is to use just a small square of parchment paper and put that on, and then use something. So I've just got some rice. This just weighs down the pastry again. You can use baking beans. Pop that in the fridge again for about 20 minutes just to chill it down again, and then when you bake it you should get a nice crisp shell. Another way of using it, let me just grab some fruit. If you've got this pastry frozen, you can take a box grater like this, and if you just push small amounts of the pastry through, which is really easy. So it comes out like that. You can put mounds of this on a baking sheet and sprinkle it with sugar and you've got a cookie. Or if you've got these as they are, this makes a really quick and easy crumble. So just in there I've got some pineapple and I've got some berries, and then I'm just going to sprinkle this over the top. Let's do a little bit more. So again, you don't need to use your rolling pin with any of these. They're really simple and easy, and the kids can get involved with this. If you want to sprinkle the top with some sugar, then you can do. But again, pop that in the oven or leave it in the freezer and then take it out whenever you want to do it. But it's just a quick and easy zero exchange dessert. Great with custard, great in the winter, but also really nice with ice cream in the summer as well. So here I've got a big tart, which I did it exactly the same way, and this is just a mincemeat tart. And then I've got a savoury tart, so that's the shell that's been baked. And in there we've got some cheese sauce, some broccoli and some mozzarella. Lots of spices in there, so you can again change the flavour, but again we've got lots and lots and lots of recipes on Low Protein Connect. If You can look on Twitter and you can look on Facebook for any recipe ideas. But if you've made any charts, take some pictures, upload them on. I'd love to see all your creative ideas. But if you need any help with pastry, let me know and I'll answer them as soon as I can. See you later.